Did you know that Star Trek, the original series, the episode Obsession, was apparently, at least according to an article that I found today, one of the least favorite episodes in the original series? Now, this is an assessment that I totally do not agree with. Kirk's obsession with wanting to kill the dichronium cloud because 11 years earlier it wiped out at least half of the USS Farragut's crew, including Captain Garavik, which was Kirk's first captain on his first deep space assignment.
With uncommon bravery.
Don't you understand? It killed 200 crewmen.
I'm not sure I'd call that an obsession. Payback is more what I would call this. Your first deep space assignment, and this thing within a course of 10 hours killed 200 members of your crew. Damn, you want payback. Now, yeah, I'll get it. Kirk's response to all of this when he first found out the cloud was on the planet they were surveying was a bit over the top, but Spock and McCoy and their reaction to all of this kind of bothers me, especially with their constant push for him to get the ship moving because of medical supplies needed on another planet. Never mind the fact that several members of the crew were dead. We're just going to push them aside so we can get these medical supplies going. Kirk wanted to know if this was the creature that caused him and the Farragut the trauma. He wants to know if that was the same creature that he met up with 11 years ago. But the purpose of this video is to talk about this person right here, Nurse Kirk Chapel, who, according to an article from Screen Rant, served on the USS Farragut on or about the same time that a young Lieutenant Kirk came aboard the US Farragut, and on or about the same time that they came in contact with that same dichronium cloud. Strange New Worlds has another character who must have survived the dichronium cloud creature's attack on the USS Farragut. Nurse Kirk Chapel served on the Farragut prior to her assignment on the Enterprise under Captain Christopher Pike and Dr. Joseph M. Benga. Chapel even wore a Farragut pin on Remembrance Day in Strange New Worlds Season 1, Episode 4, Memento Mori. Although it hasn't been made clear yet if Christine knows James Kirk from the Farragut, Chapel has certainly had a difficult Starfleet career if she lived through both the Farragut and the Klingon War of 2056 through 2057. Before she arrived on the Starship Enterprise, and Christine was also the lone survivor of the USS Kayago, being destroyed by the Gorn in the Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 final. There are so many problems that I have with that article and trying to throw Christine into it. Number one is the fact that she seems to be, if all this is true, she seems to be at the center of everything that goes wrong in Starfleet, from the Farragut to the Kyogo to the Klingon War. She seems to be everywhere. There is nothing but destruction. This woman has such bad luck, it's unbelievable. But now let's go back to the Farragut for a moment. Over 200 crew members were murdered in less than 10 hours. And the article that Screen Rant wants us to believe is that she may not have even known Kirk. You don't think for one moment that after half your ship is massacred, that Starfleet would pull everyone out of service, interview them, and maybe go through some counseling? My God, you just lost your entire half your ship. And you don't think for one moment, since Kirk was assigned the phaser station, that no one would know who he is, especially after such a massive tragedy? And once again, Chapel is a nurse at that time, so she would know who he is, know his records, know everything about him, at least from the medical standpoint. Okay, so once again, Screen Rant and Strange New Worlds want us to believe that Chapel and Kirk were on the same ship together, the Farragut. The problem here is, if you try to do that and you go back to the episode of Obsession. While Kirk is going through his obsession over the cloud, Chapel just doesn't understand why Kirk is so mad. Doesn't understand the anger, doesn't understand why he is hunting down this cloud.
Well, what's with the captain? I've never seen him like that before.
I intend to find out. I'll be in the medical record library.
Are we still chasing that thing halfway across the galaxy? Yes. Has the captain lost his sense of balance? Maybe. Is the entire crew about ready to explode positively?
Christine's response is very simple. She does not understand why the captain is so obsessed. So basically, them trying to blend the new Strange New Worlds with this particular episode, Christine with Kirk, it doesn't work. This episode and that idea does not work. In this episode, Christine is clueless to how Kirk feels, and she should be feeling the same way. In the end, I don't agree with the way Strange New Worlds and even Screen Rant and how they support the idea of blending the historical events of Obsession with the idea of merging Christine Chapel in with those events that are taking place, because again, it just doesn't work. So drop your comments below, my friends. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Let me know what you think. Until the next time, God bless.